Let me fix my camera because that got all weird too. Are you still there, Seja Streams? Why is... oh, the exposure got reset. That's it. Okay. Is that... oh, I'm too bright. Hello, hello. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That, yeah, okay. Continuing. So you said Subnautica is a better example. I am familiar with Subnautica, and I can envision that in my head of how Subnautica's inventory is. So Subnautica. This whole thing. Interesting. Okay. So this does become more complicated because I guess you can't just like by grid space decide if there should be an item there, and if there should, basically instantiate the image for that item and put it in that slot. That doesn't, or at the very least, you can't do that by individual grid spaces. So okay, at this point, we're done with the multi-item thing. Like, that's working. Now I'm more so trying to figure out just how to display an item. So this has nothing to do with the switching of items. This is how do we display items. And once they're, like, assigned into this list or whatever. And actually, I'd have to change things there. Okay, well... And actually, wait, this becomes even... Okay, so probably a two-dimensional array is not the way to store that. But because you don't have one item for each thing. It still helps. This is a first doing this category and gimmicking again in a game. Fair enough. Yeah. Definitely is a neat thing. Okay, tell you what. For now, because I'm a little stumped, I'm just gonna... Well, no, I was about to say I'm gonna do it with the assumption of one per thing, but now I want to see if I can. How would you figure out where? So the basic premise does still become, go through all your items, spawn them, and then decide where. Okay, so maybe having rather than having a list of items per thing. So let's pretend that we have an inventory cap. Okay, so actually, each. Okay. So each item. Add again? Don't I have that set to like happen rarely, like as rare as possible? Or is it just I mean, wow. Okay, Jesus. Since when did Twitch start doing 3 ads? Hold on, I need to check my Twitch settings. I mean, yeah. As much as I like ads get me the tiniest bit of money, I don't want them to be spammed all the time. How do I, where are my settings for that? I have not, I don't know where, where do I, how do I change this? 1 minute per hour. Oh, I do have it spaced far. Okay, interesting. How long a minute will wait after the broadcast starts? Okay, wait 1 minute. It's gonna be 30 minutes? Really? Weird. Okay, something that is 1 by 2 in one world will be 1 by 2 in another. Okay, so the size will be the same. Okay. That does help. But also that also means that the sizes aren't just boxes. Like it can be like 1 by 2, so it's only like a 2-shaped thing or like a 4-shaped thing or like so it's not always box like. Can it be like abstractly shaped like an L shape or something? Is that something you have in mind? Because that would also be a lot more difficult. Or is it basically just like one? If it's like 1, 2, 4, not abstract. Okay, so let me just. Also assume maybe 3 is not, like it's not going to be... So let me make an assumption that it's kind of like... Actually, so I think this is how Subnautica does it. Well, okay. So it's a rectangle. I guess, put that way. It's a rectangle, always. Of some shape. So you can define that rectangle by a row and column amount, probably. Okay, I'm not seeing... I swear this game did have an example of like, 1 by 2, but... Also, weird thing. I've just looked at my ad settings because they shouldn't be playing as frequently. Probably because the streamer started. That's probably messed with something. But no, I have my ad set to play very infrequently. But I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So okay. So let's. How about so okay. All right, I can figure this out. Okay. So I guess if we assume, let's make the assumption at this point in time that the inventory is not full. We know that what's in our inventory will fit in the inventory grid. And whenever we pick a new item, then we run the test of can it fit, I guess. Yeah, okay, this is more of a challenge. Especially because so also okay. In terms of instantiating images and destroying images, you wouldn't want to instantiate images every time you open up your inventory necessarily. You'd want to instantiate an image for an item. Oh, but when you switch worlds, then you'd be instantiating and destroy the images. Okay, and you said that you're probably going to be switching back and forth between worlds like every few seconds or every like minute or something like that. So it's pretty frequent. So you wouldn't want to be instantiating fleeting objects that frequently. If it was like once an hour, then maybe that'd be fine. So you probably want to, when you pick up an item, right then and there, instantiate off screen the images. Instantiate them then. And then when you open up your inventory, then move the correct ones onto screen, or have them like set inactive and set active, whatever. But okay, so rather than destroying and instantiating, it's just moving positions around or setting active and not active. Okay, come on. Okay. So okay. So I think I essentially also need a. Oh, let me make sure I kind of get rid of this stuff for now. One of my group members said, why not the other world behind the current with items already? Why not the other world behind the current with the items already? Oh, are you saying that, like, okay, if you have metal clump crystal, have it like this, well, okay, for you in camera, metal clump and from crystal behind, and when you switch worlds, it does this, but they're both there. Yeah, that's an option. Well, actually, that's a little, ever so slightly trickier in to make images go in front and behind each other, especially with UI elements. So that's the easier thing, actually, is to basically do that. They're in the same position, but one's turned off. And basically, you flip which one's turned on and which one's turned off. It's basically in Unity. Did Unity crash? Oh, Unity crashed. When did that happen? When the stream died. I think Unity crashed. Great. Didn't even notice that. Well, gonna wait for that though. I was gonna show off something in Unity. Guess I'm not doing that right now. But essentially, yeah, you can go like, so if you had the image, let's pretend if you had, this is an image that you care about. It was a game object. You go like dot. Well, you want to get the game object if it's the image itself. Dot set active false. This is the easier thing to do. Like image you don't want to see dot active false, and image you want to see dot set active true. That's easier essentially. Than having them both active and saying which one's in front. Because this was one line of code. The other thing would be more complicated, I believe. Or, okay, probably could still be done in one line of code. Oh, I meant to hit ignore there. I didn't mean to. Well. Oh, you're okay. You're fine. You're fine. It's having problems because of the code I'm like half written just now. It doesn't like all this. Okay. They meant have the map and the world a few back in the 3D world, but wait. Have the map and world a few back in a 3D world, but used as in a 2D. Okay. I don't know what you mean with world in that context, but you mean... Oh, wait. your game is your game a 2D game, but you're oh yeah, okay, for your world, okay, yeah. Okay, moving in front of and behind. Yes, you can do that by just moving positions. Because then the camera will work with that. Just that UI elements don't always work that way. Let me actually double check something. Because I believe UI elements, because they're all like the UI elements against the camera are all in the same position. Like they're like out distance doesn't matter, or yeah, I believe so. Let me double check this. Am I wrong? Yeah. So the Z value there. Oh, it was behind my head, but here. Wow. Oh, come on. Why? Every time I switch to a scene that doesn't have my face back to one that does, it resets my camera settings. Or mainly it's the exposure. Everything else is pretty fine. But yeah, this Z value isn't affecting. Okay, I guess no matter what side I'm on, I'm blocking something. But take my word for it, the yellow that's behind the magenta is not being affected by moving it forward and back. Unless you represent the inventory not through UI elements, but usually you do with that kind of thing just so it sticks to the camera better. And you don't then have to worry about the like this will always render on top of environment stuff, so you don't have to worry about your inventory like clipping through the environment. That would be something that you don't want. Okay. So, yeah, it still does not like this. Okay. So this being your list of items. So this isn't essentially this has nothing to do with where they are in your inventory position-wise. This is just list of the items that we currently have, that we already know that it can, like that we haven't hit our inventory cap. Like we're not testing for that right now. We're assuming that these items, they fit. So, and you could probably test that based on like a max, inventory size, and you test against that. Okay. So, how would you do this? Why am I so stumped on this? So you could. I've never done this before. There's another thing. I've never done something like this before. And again, I think I know how you would do like a normal inventory system with just like rows and stuff. But the multi thing, it is certainly tricky because you have to then get like the positions of. You have to get the position of where it would be in. Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay, so where's my item storing? The item code you have. No, not that. On the individual item thing, you could have public. Have it scan for individual cell items. Then, if it has an area greater than 1 by 1, have it check around it for an item and continue from that cell. So you're saying, so look at each cell block individually. Look at this one, and then look to the next one. Look below it. Oh, that's a good, like, we have enough room there. Spawn an object there, or put the item in that spot. Yeah, I guess so. So let me first go public size. Like if the item were to store a size, and probably actually it's gonna be size like column and row, or maybe like down across. So if these were numbers that defaulted to 1 for each item, then in display items. So I think I need more an actual like so pickup item code. So when you pick up an item, void pick up. Let's pretend that we have. Now you're getting something of type item. Let's just skip that part. So when we picked up something of type item, then instantiate the image associated with that item. At this point, this will already have done its randomizing thing. Let me get those out of there because they shouldn't be there. Instantiate item to switch to. Well, item to switch to. And then, well, position and rotation. So it's like right now, we want to spawn it off screen, or we don't care where it spawns. Or do I want to, hold on, wait. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Okay, first of all, I was getting this wrong. Item, instantiate item. Item image. I want to stand the image. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, oh, the image would have to be a prefab. Or, wait, no, this is more complicated. Because you can't just set the image. You'd need, like, a prefab for each image. Okay, so you need a prefab for the item itself with its item information. And then you also need a prefab for the image itself. Do you? Trying to think of do you. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. So first of all, the thing you picked, items at position. Oh, you need to add to the array. Well, you need to figure out where it goes. Okay. Good thing I don't have a release date. Fair enough. That's the case with my stuff as well. Oh, this is tricky. Especially because I'm trying to do it all conceptually. I'm not actually like making it in the other place, like in Unity stuff. Okay, but so your item code, your pickup item code, right? Because there's so many things that I also made. Like if it's a single thing, then this would work. But I have to change things because it's not. So this is your currently stored items. This might need to be a list instead. So I'm not going to do the syntax, but like you can probably Google it and find it, I think. Like replace with list, where this will end up being the same. Just we get a handy dandy thing where we can go items. It's like dot add. I forget what the function is, but there's a function that's basically like add something to a list, add the item that we just picked up. For maybe more descriptiveness, new item. So add this to this list. Actually, first, like okay, so like make sure inventory is not full. Do that. And then add the item, pretending that we've done that validation check already. And then we want to instantiate the image. So actually, I think this is going to need the image itself would need to be a prefab, I think. So you'll need a prefab for the image itself. And then instantiate that prefab. Like position off screen. So like what, like that doesn't matter. Just off screen. Okay. And then hold on here. Because you'd instantiate this, but you need to actually store the image so that you can activate and deactivate it. Okay, wait, so... what's going to happen when you destroy the object after you pick it up? Then it'll lose the item class. Hold on. Wait, that's a problem. How would you, like this item class, what actual object would it be on? This would be on, presumably, like the metal thing. Is that my stream notification again? Yes, it is. on that. But when you like pick it up, you want to destroy it, or at least set it inactive. But you don't want to actually, unless when you pick it up, it passes along the item object. Once it's in your inventory, it's basically you just need the image, right? So, okay. I have a so image class on image of spawned on spawned image, like on spawned item image. Okay, and then this can go back to being an image, and that can like this would be a reference to the image component. No, wait a minute, I don't even no. Right? You just set that per prefab. So you'd okay. So item class being on the spawned image. When you pick up item code. This is like your inventory thing. It will from the thing that you've picked up. You'll get that image thing, which means it's already been instantiated. Okay. No. Okay, no. So from pickup, you would need to okay, hold on. Okay, I got this. Get image prefab of thing we interacted with. So if we interacted with the thing on the ground that is the clump of metal, that clump of metal needs, I guess, store with it that will store the prefab that is the item that it becomes in your inventory. So the clump of rock on the ground is storing the image, the name, like what it becomes in your inventory. It stores that. And then, okay, get that image prefab, which is just I'm gonna call that new item. Okay, so then add new item, instantiate that new item. That's an image at position off screen. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, and then new wait. Hold on, no. Prefab. This was the prefab, but then go new image. Hey, you're following. Hey, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hope I am being of help. So now new item is this. New item dot set active false. There we go. And then I can do one better where when we instantiate this, we don't just want to instantiate this, but now we want to instantiate the image for its flipped version. If we do that at the same time, then we don't have to worry about it later. Like now is the good time to do that. So item dot, I'm gonna call it a flipped item, but what you call it doesn't matter. Equals instantiate new item dot item. This is what I want to instantiate. Also at position off screen. Technically, where you're instantiating it doesn't matter because you're making it so it's not visible right away. So yeah. Helpful encoding, yes. Sleep schedule, no. It is 3:38. Yes, it is. I might be ending things off soon, but I wanted to finish this off first. I want to leave you hanging. Active false. Okay. Okay. So then I still have classes au bois. Fair enough. If you have to go, that's fine. Maybe we could pick this up another day. Actually, well, I say that. I might not, I'm going to be busy for Christmas, so I won't be streaming much, unfortunately. I'm going to be streaming all day tomorrow, though, but I have other plans on stuff that I want to get done during that stream. But, yeah, so if you have to go, we can end things off here, and this maybe can give you a good starting point to continue on your own if you need to do so. But I'll give you the code for sure. I'll send it to you. So yeah. But I just finished my last exam today, so I'm done for the Christmas break. Woo. Okay, so so flipped item set active false. So then we have the images. We aren't. Oh, hold on. Who did? At the end of this, add the new item. And we have. Wait, how does this know which one to be? Maybe this should run the randomization. Should run it now. Or. Okay, well, this will work for displaying guys, but I think this will run into a bug when it comes to displaying the flip version. But I'm just going to go with it for now. Okay, so then we have the list of items where this is just screenshot what you have. I can continue. You can add what is needed in each spot if you see need to be because sleep. Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm not going to screenshot it. I can because it'll be easier for you to go off of this if I give you the typed out code. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this. Let me just here. Let me just also go. Let me do one more thing. We're just like move image of item to correct spot, and then item dot set active. Let me just do this part for you. True. All right. Okay. Now I'll do this. Okay. So blah. Well, I at least helped you flipped out the flipped thing. I think. I mean, we didn't get to test it, but I think that part. Oh wait, I didn't copy all the right things, did I? So once I start coding this, I will stream, so you can stop, pop in, and say, "Hey, ooh, cool." I hopefully will. Yeah. Yeah, in your name. Fair enough. I'm not Cyberchroma streams, but yeah. But yeah, no, cool. Hopefully I will at some point. Yeah, and there's a few other of my people who've been on my streams that then I've seen theirs and all that. Here, let me go and copy the code. Let me send it to you. I'm just gonna send it to you directly in a. No, if I send it to you. Oh wait. Oh, what's the way of? It's a triple tilde thing. A way to send code. Oh yeah, that's cool stuff. Okay, we're gonna see if this works. Bam. Sent you the code DM'd on Discord, and it's formatted correctly. I mean, partially, other than the fact that the code itself isn't good because it's partial things, different places. Yeah. It's not actually complete code because of where I've been typing it. But yeah. Cool. So hopefully that helps you get a starting point, and I don't know, you might be able to find some tutorial on how to betterly once you have the items, how to display them. I use that symbol for code. Can you? Oh, interesting. It seems you can. Cool. I was unaware. I only learned recently about the triple tilde thing. Is that called a tilde? I think so. On Discord. Fair enough. Cool. Okay, before I do anything else, let me just make sure that my code actually still works. It should. I haven't modified anything. I'm gonna hope. Or I'll just hold Control Z and hopefully that'll be fine. Okay, we're good here. Let me just double check that. Yeah, my thing is still working. Okay, cool. But yeah, it's just funny that we both happen to be doing two alternate dimension stuff, very differently, mind you. So it's not like it's not the same. But yeah, no, very. I don't know. I just find that funny. It's what are the odds? Yeah, but anyways, so yeah, this was my game, by the way, doing a 2D platformer in 3D graphics, where the main gimmick is you go back and forth between two worlds, and depending on what side you're on, the platforms are different, and your moves are different, and the environment was going to be different. Except I gotta, be able to make said things. I think I wanted to I think I'm good to get rid of these print stains. But anyways, yeah, if you have to go, then yeah, thanks for dropping by. Hopefully I'll see you around. Maybe I'll catch you streaming at one point. And yes, the squiggly line is a tilde. Fair enough. Oh, if you're just seeing that, your delay might be a lot behind mine, like my latency. Not delayed? Oh, fair enough. All right. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah, good luck. Best of the luck with your inventory stuff. Hope at least the flipped item thing, I think that seems like a good way of doing it. I mean, I haven't, like, it's based on very little, but, like, I didn't actually code it. I was like, conceptually, how might I go about it? Once you go to actually physically do it, you might have a better idea or realize that it doesn't work at all or whatever, but we'll see. But with the actual displaying of with the actual, oh, this got moved. Oh no. Let me just fix that real quick. Is that 0? Hold on. Okay. With the actual, what was I just saying? Displaying of inventory in the menu once you have that. I think you might be able to find a tutorial on that. That seems something like general enough that it might exist. If it don't work, I'll bust your house and chain you up. Oh no. Fair enough. Well, funny enough, I'm going to be living in a different location in a few days, actually, which is why I won't be streaming for a bit. But yeah, so you might be able to look at these walls and be able to deduce exactly where I live, but this will not be where I'm living come the 22nd, possibly. 22nd or 23rd. So, yeah. Anyway, so I can even give my address and my postal code, but I'm not actually going to do that. But anyways, yeah, best of luck with that. I think I might know what to do with, oh, I'm realizing this is partially on screen. I think I might know what to do with, like, a regular inventory system, but I'm a bit, it's a lot harder to figure out the cube thing. Oh, look what we have here. Yeah, redeem solve Rubik's Cube. All right, I shall oblige. Whoa. I have been able to solve this thing blindfolded on a few occasions, so there is that. Not on stream. I'm not, like, fast enough with that to be comfortable doing it on stream unless you want to watch me stare at a cube for 10 minutes without turning it at all. And then, like, 5 minutes of me turning it with my eyes closed. With the hope of that it's actually unsolved, then I just open my eyes and it's just completely still scrambled. Alright, still just turning it randomly. Okay, you know what? We're going to get a timer up here because I can. You went over here. Okay, the colors are a bit off from the, like, my camera not being great. Or it's more my camera settings of how I've hastily set them up in OBS. But, like, this is, I don't know, properly saturated in real life. Anyway, all right, let's do this. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, choked at the beginning. That's fantastic. All right, okay. Where are you? Okay, decent, doing decent, except for the parts where I'm not. And why did I look at the clock? That's just wasting time. Oh, and OLL, I don't know. Fantastic. I'm getting there. I'm almost done, by the way. And, oh, I got the long one. Okay, 3, 2, 1, bam! 48 seconds. Woo! All solved. It's harder when I'm having to hold it up in screen rather than, like, doing like this, but I don't have a Rubik's Cube cam. Maybe I will someday. That's that's the next upgrade. I mean, it would also, I ideally would actually like to maybe get better lighting and better, just have my camera stuff be better so it actually looks more proper. Like, if I do this, this should look like the actual colors of a Rubik's Cube and not be so looking washed out, but whatever. That's more so me having to tinker with settings. That's not really my camera. My flaw is always 2 flipped side pieces. Ooh, do you mean like, well, hold on. Like, you're talking about F2L, I guess, which means you do know Rubik's Cube stuff. Cool. That's... Well, okay, didn't mean to actually... I didn't mean to do that. Do you mean like this kind of thing? Wait, hold on. This kind of situation? Yeah. Figured. Because, well, that's just what made sense given the context of what you said. Am I going to get this? I perfectly undid what I did. So I solved it. Nice. But everywhere else is solved? Fair enough. Oh, but everywhere... Oh, you mean including, like, the top? Oh, do you potentially solve a Rubik's Cube much differently than I do? I do C, FOP, cross, F2L, OLL, PLL, which is cross, first two layers, orientation of last layer, permutation of last layer. It's an acronym of acronyms. But I don't have all the OLLs and PLLs memorized, so I have kind of like a backup thing of what I do. White middle top, fair enough. That's effectively CFOP. Well, yeah. Wumata. Anyways, did you know I wrote an essay on Rubik's Cubes a little bit ago? On the history of Rubik's Cubes, and talked about like the creator and all that. Not willingly, it was for an essay, but I got to like have influence on the topic. So it's like, what do I do? Oh hey, oh hey there. Yeah, so that was that. Got like a 74 on that essay. Woo. But yeah. It was interesting. I read like a biography made by the guy. But okay, I'm gonna sleep. I'm just gonna chat forever if I don't leave. Fair enough. I should probably end things off soon myself because I have stuff to do as well. Tomorrow I'm gonna be making a cartoon monkey. Not monkey. No, not a monkey. A raccoon. I don't know where monkey came from. I'm gonna be making a raccoon in Blender. So if you're around, you'll see me doing that. I do have this is where I'm looking for this. In terms of experience doing Blender stuff, I made this myself, including this guy. Recognize the lab coat. Yeah. No. Anyways, but yeah. So that's that. Yeah, that's my plans for tomorrow. So, yeah. So, but anyway, so I'll probably end things off myself soon here. Yeah. Hold on. Okay, I just completely like lost my train of thought. I have a whole like outro and stuff like that. I just lost my train of thought. Well, okay. There was something I was in the middle of. Hold on. I'll come back to it later. But either way, I'm happy with the progress I made with this. Fixed some bugs, mainly the jumping thing. I'm glad I got fixed because that was a problem. There were still some other problems. It's not perfect, but it's getting there. It'll probably be a while before I work on this game again. I just wanted to revisit it for the first time in like a year. Have a good night. Sorry for diverting you from main project. Oh, no problem at all. I'm happy to help people. This is not the first time that I've derailed my entire stream to help people, and it will not be the last. Because, yeah, I don't mind helping people solve coding stuff, especially when I'm actually able to help. And like, because that was an example where I was able to actually do something instead of not at all, which is sometimes the usual case when people ask a question. It's like, I don't know anything about networking, or like, I couldn't think of more examples there. But anyways, yeah, I keep rambling. So we'll see you around. I might do another thing or two with this before I end off the stream. So yeah, see you around and all that. Yeah. All right. What was I doing though? I was in the middle of checking. Oh yeah, I just did this on collision, enter on collision stuff. Whoosh, is that a wave? I'm gonna interpret that as a wave. Yeah. Okay. I was doing. Oh, I wasn't doing canvas stuff right now. What was the thing? What was I testing? I was doing something with either the abilities or bouncing still works. Oh, the cube's dash isn't activated. Okay. I thought I had another problem here, but I don't know to the extent that I do. Okay, whatever. I was gonna play around with this a little bit more. Did I actually fix most things? I thought there was still another problem. Oh, there's the inverted, the double inversion problem. Yes. And this is its own problem that I'll deal with. That it's not a weird game break. It's like it's a bug, but doesn't like permanently break things. So it's not as bad on the tier list of like things going wrong. Like sometimes not being able to jump, that's a big problem. Okay, yeah. So I think that was fixed. Is grounded. I still have to make that private again. This is expected behavior, I should mention. If you're dashing as the cube and you hit a sphere thing, you stop. Although I don't know if I might control that better to like have you keep your momentum a little bit. But I don't know. Might be better to not lose your momentum. Because also, oh yeah, there's also this. Interesting. There's definitely a bit of like leeway with that. Like you wouldn't think you could bounce off that, but you can. Although that might just be more up to me as the level designer to not make that so close. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so let me just do one more thing, and I'm gonna see if I can fix. Interesting. Okay, so if I'm holding space here, then I want to see if I can fix this in double inversion problem, which is that So right now it thinks that I'm the cube, which is correct. It's let me look at the scene. Where's the scene down here? So is the problem coming from leaving this or leaving the outer thing? Which one's causing the problem? Let's see here. So I've left the inner bubble, and it thinks I'm the cube, which is correct. When I leave the, oh right, oh, because I just tell it to. Wait, I see the problem. When I tell it to leave the inner bubble. When I tell it to leave the inner bubble, I tell it to switch to the inverted thing, which is the sphere. Okay, so, right. I don't know the difference currently between... So if I leave in a so-called inner bubble, it doesn't know whether, okay, now are we in an inverted thing or are we in the normal thing? So effectively, if I just have this on its own, we can't see it here, but it, in theory, shouldn't behave differently. Like, it shouldn't... This should be able to happen without breaking, because that's essentially what's happening on the other side. But this isn't what's happening. Currently, it thinks that I'm the sphere. Now it thinks I'm the cube. But I should be able to enter this, it thinks I'm the cube, and leave it, and have it still think I'm the cube. So how do I know the difference? So how could I know the difference? I could store a Boolean, 2 Booleans or something, where it's like a Boolean for inverted or flipped or whatever term I use that gets set true when we're in this. And if it's set to true, then that means that leaving a bubble will change us to the inverted thing. And if inverted is false, that means just this effectively does nothing. It switches back to whatever the main thing was. Okay. Where do I want to store that? Probably in player switch. And for now, I'm going to make these Booleans public just so I can see them. Public, bool, flipped. Public, bool, revert. I gotta come up with more consistent names for these. Inverted, reverted. Invert, revert. Whatever. Okay, it's fine. So in theory, these will both start being false, and then. Okay. So then interesting. I'm just realizing also that I don't think this code will ever run because the active player will always be. I don't think I want a cube. Oh, it'll be whatever the main thing is, but no, main won't necessarily be cube. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so when we when we so 11, right? Okay. So 11 is the layer of an invert. 12 is the layer of a revert or whatever. So if we've entered one of 11, that means invert equals true, and this will mean revert equals true, and then this one is invert equals true, and revert true. Okay. And again, there might be a way that I can combine these all into like basically one if statement. I could have one really long if statement, but I don't know if that's a better thing to have because it makes it less clear or whatever. So this is going to be false. Let me just paste this in both places. Okay. And this is going to be revert. Not like that. Okay. So I'm going to set these values, but currently these booleans aren't actually doing anything, so they're not helping. Okay. Okay, so what I need to have happen then is... So right now, entering is totally fine. Entering doesn't matter. If we're on whatever main side we're on, if we flip, like if we enter one of ourselves, then it does this. I mean, if I wanted to be efficient about it, then I could be better about this. Where like if we are not inverted, don't revert. But I do want to set revert to true actually, just to know that we're reverted because that is important to know that. So this already has a check where like if you go to switch to cube, if we are already the cube, it doesn't do that. So it effectively handles that. So I don't need to do it twice. Only when we're exiting. So when we're exiting, if we're exiting a revert, then revert should be set to false. Yes. But now we want to know, whoops, did what we just left, if invert. If invert is true, switch to sphere. Now this would be else switch to cube, but we are cube, so we don't want to switch to cube from being cube. Like that's just redundant. And then the same should be true on the other side. I'm doing this like slowly, methodically, so I just know that I'm doing the right thing. Okay, so this should, only flip when invert is true. I don't use revert then. I don't need revert for anything. I mean, in theory, if I, like, in theory, like, this should be if invert. So I guess I'll do this just for the cleanliness of it. Okay. So now, just to double check as well, if we are, so I don't need to use revert for anything, do I? Would I want to use it in these? So if we were in revert right now and we enter this, then we don't necessarily want to switch if we're still in revert. Okay, actually, so that is true. I didn't think about that. So actually, no, we do want revert here. Wait. So essentially, what this is saying. So what is this? What is happening here? What I'm trying to get to happen is basically that revert takes precedence, but this is eliminating redundancy. I believe that's what I'm doing here. So if we were in a revert and we've entered an invert, don't do anything. Okay, for exiting, do I need a similar thing? So if we were in revert and if we're inside a revert and we exit an invert, don't do anything. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait. Should some of these actually be false? Like, if this thing is not true? Oh, shoot. I'm just realizing I might be doing some of these wrong. Let me just clear that out. No, okay, hold on. I need to... Okay. I'm trying to reason this out in my head, make sure I got all the use cases effectively. Okay, because I think I have some of these wrong. I think I need to make some of these like reverted. Not revert like this, but inverted. Inverse of what they are. Like it's some truths to falses. Okay. Let me just run through the scenarios in my head. If we are the cube and we are currently reverted, which means that we're still the cube, and we enter an invert, then we don't want to switch. So if we're in a revert, don't switch. All right. So this actually should be false. So if we are not in a revert, switch to sphere. If we are in a revert, don't do anything. And that should be the same there. Okay. And then here, if we entered a revert, only if we've also entered an invert do we switch. And this is just a redundancy because it's like this means that we are cube and we want to stay as being cube. So we have no reason to call switch to cube. Okay, so that's what that part is. On the exit, if we are on invert, or if we are in a revert and we've exited in invert, that's what this means. If we are on revert and we've exited an invert, do nothing. Because we're inside a revert, our status of being inside a revert has not changed, so don't do anything. Okay. Okay. Right? And then this one is just the same, removing redundancies, right? So then this is just if we're not in a revert and we've exited an invert. Wait, no. This is if we were in a revert and we are not in an invert, so just a revert thing on its own. A revert on its own, when we exit that, we want nothing to happen. So if invert's false, we want nothing to happen. Invert is true, then we want to switch. Okay, so I think that's this. And this is also, I think, just removing a redundancy, because that would be saying that we... if invert's false, that means that we are the cube, so we don't need to switch to... Or... Oh, no, this is taking care of this don't switch when we're leaving an interior thing. Okay, I think I gotta figure it out. Let me do this into... Actually, no, let's just test this. Okay, I had to do a lot of thinking, but it was to make sure that I had everything covered. Okay, so first of all, just normal going in and out, didn't break. We are sphere, we are cube. Good. This... We are cube, and we stay cube. Yeah! Oh, it's behind my head. You guys can't see it. Here, hold on. Can you guys see it? It's right here. Yeah. But it worked. Whoa. Booyah. We are... Oh, well, okay. can't see it still, but okay, bam. See, cube changing to sphere below my head. That's what we want. Woo. So that should cover everything, I think. Even if I do crazy stuff here, it still figures itself out. Okay. Now, just to double check, if I have a revert ball on its own. Okay. And now, when I go through it, I should just stay as cube the whole time. Perfect. Okay. It's cool to do this. I still, I mentioned this before, I don't have a current fix for how it does put some outline here when it maybe shouldn't. Like, this should be more of a hole, but that's something I can try to figure out later. I don't currently have a fix for it, just with the way that this works. Yeah, that might not be something I can do, but I do have some workarounds. Specifically, one, it's only a problem when a hole is intersecting an edge. So if it's not doing that, then there's no problem. The other thing is, if I really wanted there to be this static hole like this, where it's like this, then I could just, if I wanted there to be this static hole like this, then I could just, rather than this being two models and having this whole revert thing, I could just design one mesh that's shaped like this, and then that would just work like that. The main point of like the whole revert thing is if I wanted like the interior to move and basically just to have more customization with doing all that. Okay, so woo, that works. Yeah. So I think, wow, we actually pretty well like fixed most of these bugs. Not all of them probably, but you know, good progress, very good progress compared to what we had before. So many things are better now. I quite like this. This is good. Okay, so it might be a while before the next time I work on this, but the next time I do, I don't know what would I do next. So if I come up with an idea to make this better, then doing that. If I come up with an idea to make like the visuals better, could do that. I just saw a problem there. I wasn't. No, I thought it was fine. I was not holding space there, and yet I was gliding. Can I trigger that again? No. It's worse when it's not consistent. How did I do that? How did I do that? No. Okay, I mean, if it's not showing up all the time, it's not as bad if it's not okay, it's bad in that I can't figure out what it is, but it's not as bad in that it's not something I'm going to come across all the time. So yeah, okay, I'm fine with that then. So there's some mysterious problem where sometimes I'm in a glide when I'm not holding space, but it seems to be very rare, so I'm gonna not worry about it until not gonna worry about it until until it comes up again. Okay, cool. I'm happy with those results. Yeah. Another interesting thing I can do is I can play with the background. I don't think I mentioned this. It doesn't work too well in terms of like how this because it could be because it's still like a cutout. Oh, what? Wait, I don't get swapped out? What? Wait a minute, what? Did I? Oh my god! I was about to show off something that I was like, yeah, look, this is still a problem. I think I unintentionally fixed it. When I swap, it's not a cutout anymore. Oh my god, it's... Oh, yes! Yeah! Yeah! Oh, yeah! Okay, interesting. So, foreground cuts are still a thing. So right now, I'm still considered to be the cube because this thing is intersecting with the camera, but it's not intersecting with me. So this doesn't have very good application in game, because this is more of a disconnect. Unless I can unless I had something where it's like I don't know, some way to communicate, like, you're seeing the sphere side, but you're still controlling the cube. If I had something like that, that was easily communicated to the player, this is a use case for that, potentially. Especially if I just had this, like, move with the camera or something like that. But in the distance, this didn't work before. Like, because it would, like, cut out, like, in, like, almost like a cone to the camera kind of a thing. The fact that this... Okay, first of all, it does, like, that kind of cool stuff. So, again, even more use cases for having this being 2 meshes instead of 1 is that kind of parallax. But this means that I can have duplicated stuff in the background. This just opened up a whole can of worms that I didn't think I'd be able to do with what I can do in the background. I want to play with this real quick. Oh wait, no, don't do it in play mode. That would be an error. Oh no, hold on. I think I just want to go this is 0 and that fixes that. Or not. I mean, might as well just like make it thicker. I have no reason really not to. Make it more of a ball. Okay, so make a background ball. And the background ball can also have revert balls. That's, you know, allowed. Okay, so if I just put like just one of these in the background. And even like the background ones could move back and forth. Or even cooler, it could like stretch and squish. Not that one. Like this could be like pulsating. Not that either. Be like blah blah to just show things being all crazy and messed up. But this is okay. Let me just get another. I can't select any of the sphere stuff because I. Okay. Let me just get, I don't know. Let me also just kind of put you on the same layer. Okay. See that? Now, I'm actually going to do something a little bit better. Not that. That's because this did not get this. Ooh. Oh, that's a weird cone. That's also crazy stuff I can do. So if I did like this and then stretched this out maybe. Okay, that looks a little weird, but let me just have a look at it. Oh yeah. Is that clear to tell that that's in the background? I'd like to hope so. It makes sense given the context of how this works. Yeah, so this is expected behavior. It's just the way I built it maybe looks a little weird. Just the way, like, in theory, I have the objects being more symmetrical, perhaps. Yeah, it's okay. But this is good. This is good. This is what I want. I mean, wait, it's maybe not exactly exact. Oh, no, that's just because I didn't place them exact. Okay. Yeah. And this then comes more down to how I build the environments in terms of, like, being able to easily tell that something's in the background and not the foreground. Like, if it's more, like, you know, trees sprawling into the distance, I feel like that's going to be easier to tell. Okay, so cool. This is just my, yeah, little example thing here. Awesome. Okay, let me move the player back to the center. Okay. Okay. Cool. I don't know if I'm happy with the actual placement of these things, but this is just a communication thing. Ooh, what if I did this? Okay. A communication of concept. This whole thing is just like a test level to show like what's possible. And this right here is basically meant to show the whole, like, that this is a thing. That background stuff can be this way, and it doesn't. Is it okay? I was waiting for it to go to play mode. And this is fine. I don't know if this looks a bit weird, but it is intended behavior that I can work with. I think it is kind of cool the way it, like, I don't know, the way it, like, goes straight and gets cut off. It's kind of cool. Might actually, I have no reason to tweak this, but I think I will. Goddess Lauren, hi, hello, hello. Hey, yeah, hello. Welcome to the stream. Fortunately, I might be ending things off soon-ish, but take a look at what I've been dabbling with. It's kind of cool. So this is a game that I was working on before that I kind of hadn't touched in like a year. I've been lurking, haha. Fair enough. Well, yeah, I haven't been streaming in a while, and I'm back, kind of. Okay, I want to now take all this and then move it all down collectively. Okay, so, and then I want the ball itself to be, but yeah, but, okay, if you've been lurking, then you've been seeing this stuff. Yeah, finally, I would have liked to have been streaming before. I just wasn't able to because I've been doing exams and stuff. I just finished my last exam today, and get rid of that 9. I'm trying to. I have no reason to be doing this, but I'm trying to just place this good. Maybe place it over in the wall jump section. Nice, that's lovely. Oh yeah, but boosh, 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 boosh. It's cool, and I've been bug fixing with things that and I accidentally discovered something only because I was like saying it out loud to chat, basically being like, hey, look at this thing that is going to break, and then it didn't break. So that was exciting. Maybe move this a little closer, and then like something like this, and that's this in the background. Before, this tear thing in the background did not work well, but now it does. And it was unintentional. It's from something I did yesterday that I just realizing the effects that it had. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it was fine. But yeah, it's all very cool. Because like, it's very, very cool. Finally, you can have some rest. Oh yeah, done my exams. That was Christmas break. And all that stuff. So, woo, yeah, I don't have to, and I definitely passed all my classes, so that's also good. I don't have to have the stress of that. I mean, I still will until I get my exam marks back, but I'm like 99.9% sure that I did not fail exams. So, yeah. Congrats. Thank you. Wait, is this being weird? Hold on. Oh, that's the gliding. Wait, why is this... Oh, it is being weird. Well, it's not like, okay. This thing weirdly reflecting this is weird. Weird that it's not doing it on the player, but you know, I'm not going to worry about it. It's like good enough, frankly. Let me just move it purposely a little bit more this way, maybe a little bit more up to show. I'm sure that you will pass all the assignments. Assignments, guaranteed. Assignments aren't that bad. It's tests and exams that are my downfall. But no, I do think I did well. I had 3 exams. My second one was the hardest one. The one I wrote today was like not like it was the easiest, or it was decently difficult. But nah, don't worry. Yeah, no, you'll be fine. No, I definitely passed. But the one I wrote today, if I could have gotten a 0 on it, and I'll still pass that course with a 61%. Now, obviously, I would like to do better than that, but I have no worry of failing that class at the very least. And that's kind of been my baseline, just like, just as long as I don't fail, it's fine. But no, I think I've done like better than that, hopefully, with some of my classes. So, or like, I mean, my other exams, I had to pass them to pass the course, and I definitely did. So, yeah, that's cool. And now I get to do some Unity stuff, except, and some Blender stuff, except Christmas break's coming up, which means I'm going to be, you know, spending a lot of time with family and not really programming, but still nice to take a break, that's for sure. So, yeah. Now, but yeah, this is a game that I haven't touched in about a year. It's like, this was the main thing I was working on. I was like, oh, it's going to be so cool. And then I got so busy and with other things that I did not touch it for a year, which is sad. But I was working on it again today. And yeah, question actually for ya. I'm considering renaming this game, and I thought of a potential new name. What do you think? So currently it's called an abstract sad to assuming that's something I said before about not touching the game in a year. Yeah. So currently the game's called an abstract adventure. I think it's funny that it acronyms to AAA, so I can call it my AAA game. And also, originally the story kind of had to do with like that you're fighting these abstract monsters, like these shape people that got turned into abstract monsters. And that was the name before. Haha, that's a fun name. Yeah. Well, except now I think I have a new name, potentially. I'm undecided, but the main concept of the actual gameplay has to do with going back and forth between these tears in reality. So, as a pun name, calling it Tears in Duality. Yeah. Tears in Duality. That as a potential different name. Undecided. I kind of like both for different reasons, but see, I like an abstract adventure for the pun, but unfortunately, like the thing I just said about abstract monsters isn't really true anymore. Haha, that's a great name too. Woo, yeah, I think it's like a play on words kind of thing, and also I think it fits what the game is a little bit better. I like an abstract adventure as a name on its own, but I don't know if it really fits this game as much anymore because the story for the game that I'm planning changed a lot, where abstract monsters isn't really a thing anymore. So that actually doesn't tie to the name in the way I just said. That was with like the old story. An old story that I might still turn into a game on its own, in which case that game could be called an abstract adventure. So I could still reuse the name and like that old idea. The problem with that idea is just that it was too complicated. I was scoping too big for what I wanted that game to be. So I changed idea and downscoped a bit, and now we have this. That is still also really highly scoped, but a little bit less so. But anyways, yeah, now you're fighting these dark creatures called the Attrements, which comes from the word ink, translated in Latin, is like atrum something. I took that, and the Attrements. It's like these dark ink creatures that are causing these tears in reality, and so that's why it's all black, which is eventually going to like destroy both worlds. It's causing the two worlds to phase into each other, and then it's going to destroy them both. And you're trying to stop it. And actually, you're two people. You're this cube person, an engineer or scientist type person, Q like cube, that's the pun. And then a ball person, that's a knight, Sir Cal. Because circle, that's also a pun. Would he be form adventure or shift adventure because you can change form? LOL. I don't know what I'm saying. Fair enough. Different name ideas. I'm still thinking. Nothing's set in stone. Like, I could also like get to the point where I have like an actual demo and then shift to adventure. Just kidding. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I like more your names. Woo. I like my names as well. It's oh that nerd. Oh my god. Oh. Wow, man. Raid. Oh my god. I need to be a little quiet because it's 4 a.m. But allow me to show my enthusiasm. Oh my god. Okay, people. Hello. Look at this. If I have a few seconds to entertain you, all the emotes, yeah. Feel free to spam as much as you want. This is a game I'm working on. Hello. Oh, that nerd. Long time no see. Oh yeah, that is. Oh, and also, hey, people, Valley Dweller. Hello. Yeah, let me just entice you with the fact that, like, look at this. Ooh, camera tricks. And, ooh, look at that dashing through the air. And, ooh, look at these wall jumps. Look at this hovering. Ooh. Yeah, look at this bouncing off the ground. Ooh, game coming together. Except right now, all the graphics are like stripped away so I could focus on the programming. So the graphics actually look better than they currently are. Great, haha. Yeah, I think this is cool conceptually. This is the selling point of my game because if you see a trailer, split second of a trailer or a screenshot, this, when it's betterly polished, I think could be enough to entice like, whoa, what's going on there? And also more this than what the cubes are. But also, yeah, hello, Odette Nerd. Yeah, it's been a while, because I haven't been streaming for a while, because I've been super busy with exams and all that, but now I'm done. Now it's Christmas break. Except I'm going to be busy with Christmas, so nah. But tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming me doing Blender stuff, where I'm making an anthropomorphic, like a cartoony raccoon that I'm going to be voice acting for a different project that I'm doing. A VR thing. A VR trash sorting game that's an educational thing for school, but we're making it fun. Last time I saw you on, you were playing Dark, I think. Yeah, I was. I 100%ed that. That was a Unity thing. I actually didn't know that when I played it. I just got it for free and saw in the trailer that there was anti-gravity stuff, and that was enough to make me go, ooh, interesting, cool. It was interesting, yeah, going into it having no idea what the game was going to be. So that was cool. And yeah, also very disturbing, but that's kind of the point. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so that's that. Also, yeah, hello to other people who may be unfamiliar with my work. I haven't been streaming for that long, but I've been a Unity person for about 6 years. Here's an example of me doing Blender stuff. That's my logo right there, zoomed in. Yeah, so I think that I could, in terms of the game I'm working on right now, I think I hopefully have the ability to achieve graphics that look similar to this, except this was Blender, so like lighting would be different, but in terms of 3D modeling. Except I'm purposely not making people for this game because I'm hoping to have this game to have different like NPCs and all that, and that would be a lot of people to make for the sake of not having so large of a scope. I purposely am having shape people, but it doesn't mean they're going to look like this. Actually, I can quickly bring this up. Here is an example of so first of all, the graphics might look more like this, except this was over a year ago, and I think my skills have hopefully improved a little bit since then. So imagine like this with the tears of the other one, like with the holes thing, and with character designs that look more like this, but 3D-ified. I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I want to 3D-ify this, because originally this game was going to be 2D, but I can't draw. This is cute. Yeah, this is interesting seeing where the game has come. This was well over a year ago. But yeah, this is one of the characters. And this is Q, and the other one's Cal. I do have a drawing of him somewhere. I don't think I can bring it up very quickly. Actually, that's a lie. I think I can. Under sprites, I think I still have... I have the concept art. That he's going to look something like this, except I changed his hair. His hair is going to be more spiky. Ignore these guys. Ignore that. This is very old concept art of Q. No, where's the other? I have a better Cal. Where are you? I thought I did. No, I should. I also experimented with having characters have like borders and without borders and stuff like that. It reminds me of the games I used to play like when I was like 8. Fair enough. I mean, I'm hoping for the... So I'm not a good artist. My Blender stuff looks good because I spent a long time making it. That guy, the animated me, including... Well, yeah, the animated me took 48 days to make from start to finish. So, yeah. Sorry, I spammed the woo. That's fine. But yeah, so one thing, see the jiggliness of this? The jello-iness of the squash and stretch and the flip? I want to apply that to the 3D cube. But then also having like eyes. This is what I'm hoping for, like character-wise. Has like hair, arms, no legs, so I don't have to animate walk cycles. This is the model of this. Yeah, but I was able to make these guys, but I struggled so much with environmental stuff. Like I was able to make this kind of, and then I tried to make like a rooftop environment. I just couldn't. I simply just couldn't. I could not. So I switched from doing 2D to 3D because I personally am better with 3D because I have more experience doing it. So then it turned into this. So ideally I want this with the character designs of the other one and then adding the whole terror idea. That's the plan. But this footage is also over 8-year-old. So I haven't touched this game in a while because I've just been so busy with other things. But yeah, so now we have this. So I have all these mangled pieces of the game. Slowly I'm working on assembling it together. Except, unfortunately, after today, I don't know the next time I'm going to touch this game because I have a bajillion other projects that I'm doing. Mostly because, like, well, a lot of them because this year in school, I'm in university, by the way, computer science, minor in game development. I've started some game projects that I'm going to be continuing that are also on, that are on an even smaller scale than this. So, even smaller scale. This is large scale. I mean, that are on an actually smaller scale, hopefully. That I might be continuing those projects first. I just wanted to revisit this one today because it's been a while, and I wanted to experiment with things with this. But yeah, eventually I will continue this game, and it will be cool. Because also the environment-wise, the plan is to have like one side be all sci-fi and the other side be all magic-y and fantasy and stuff. Oh well, fallen forever. Yeah, so that's the plan there. Oh, did someone? Wait. Severino de Katinga followed. Hey, how did I miss that? Why did I not get that? I don't know. I didn't get that. The thing, the notification. But thank you very very much. Yeah, someone followed. I forgot to tell you. I should have been paying attention. I'm not wearing my headphones, so like I'm not getting the alert messages. So oops. But thank you if you're still here. Oh, time for me to head sleep way too late. I was having an issue. I didn't want to end the stream until I fix it. Yeah, that was me with this stream. I was trying to fix a bug as well, and it fixed itself, kind of. So that was great. Or fixing one bug kind of cascaded into fixing others. So that was awesome. Yeah, hi. Hello. Hope you're enjoying the stream. It showed but didn't have sound. It should have. Weird. I don't know. In theory, it should have, but I get. But yeah, so this is this. I do know this is a problem. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know why this dude doesn't make me a mod. I mean, I could, except I don't know how. And yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, no. I mean, the fact that this number is higher than 10 is astonishing, frankly. So lol, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, indeed. Yeah, right now I'm just jumping around randomly because. This is cool. I hope this is visually entertaining, visually cool to look at. I'm hoping to make a whole game out of this concept. Also, did I mention these things can actually move around? Oops. They can move around, so I can do cool level stuff with this. They also don't have to be like spheres. They can be any mesh. So there's a lot of possibilities in this. Combine this with like other things you have in a 3D platformer, collectibles, enemies, hazards, health. I mean, actually, like, health is a thing. Health is a thing, collectibles are a thing. That stuff's just kind of all not there. In fact, I might be changing this canvas around entirely, where I don't need the characters to have individual health bars anymore. That was with an old idea. I think they're just going to share a health bar now, and share a collectible count in this case. So, yeah, that's the thing. That's that. While I have an above-average viewership, it's fun that you can change forms. It is! This is the whole... yeah. Especially because I think it could look visually appealing when I have more art stuff going on. Post-processing and lighting and the aesthetics. Mwah. Imagine, like, the cool thing as well. When this becomes even more drastically different, imagine how cool it could look. Like, as an example, what I think will be the first area of the game, the first world or whatever, is going to be one side is a... like, well, both sides are a forest, but bigger chef kiss. One side is going to be like a forest in spring, and the other side is going to be a forest in fall, making those look very visually different color palettes. That could look very, very cool. Because also, like, right now, this is just floating platforms in the sky or whatever. The idea is it's going to look like actual, not floating platforms in the middle of nothingness. So, yeah, like that. Yeah. I mean, I could literally... yeah, the game... actually, I have a game design document written up. Hold on. Let me bring this up real quick. Game design documents. Blah. Da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I have plans. I have plans, all right. Except, actually, a lot of this has, like, a lot of old stuff. Demo planning. Oh, you have a demo plan. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. That's all that. So that's a lot of planning. Not going to go through that right now, just showing that it exists. But I think I can name, off the top of my head, all 10 worlds that are going to exist in this game. Okay, so world 1 is a forest where each world is like, this is the environment, and then here's the two sides of it. Or one side's more fantasy, or one side's more... or like medieval and fantasy and magic, and the other side's like sci-fi and future-y. Yeah, sort of. So world 1, forest. One side's in fall, one side's in spring. That's like it's not going well. Still potentially implementing the whole like the two sides of that, but yeah. then you unlock. No. Why am I forgetting this? Next world is a. No, I remember this. I've done this like a year ago. What was it? It was a. So world 1 is a forest. World 2 is a underground laboratory, where one half is it's a temple laboratory, or one half is an old temple, an old abandoned temple thing, and the other half's like a sci-fi laboratory. So flipping between those halves. Then you unlock world 3 and 4 at the same time. You can do them in either order, where one half is a an underground, like one half's an ice cave and the other half's a like a sewer. Yeah, one half's a sewer, one half's an ice cave. Then the other world that you unlock at the same time is a the airship fleet, where rather than like one giant ship, one giant like mothership or plane or whatever, it's like a whole bunch of tiny ships that are all flying around. So you're like platforming from like ship to ship, and that will hopefully be cool. One half's like, ships, like either like sci-fi ships or like steampunky ships or whatever, and then the other half might be like mythical animals or whatever that you're like flying on. Like, I don't know why Griffin was the first thing that came to mind, but things that are more magic-y, or like floating platforms or whatever, or even that could have like steampunky type things or medieval things or whatever. I like the concept and execution. Cool. Yeah, I think it's neat. I've been planning this for a while, and refining the idea, and but also there's a huge difference between what I can think of and what I can actually make. So I can only hope that this will actually turn out cool. It'll turn out how I envision it. Okay, then World 5 is a construction site, sort of, where one half is a skyscraper construction site, or like rooftops or whatever. That's where that rooftop level is coming into play, where it's like a construction site of like, skyscraper stuff. And then the other half is a construction site of a castle, a medieval castle construction site, whatever that could be, combined with magic-y elements. So there's that. Then what's next? Then you unlock the next 2 levels back to back, where there's 8 worlds. Sorry, 8, not 10. So in 6 and 7, one's like fire themed, one's water themed. So the water theme is like half the ocean floor and half an aquatic base. So like half like Atlantis-y and half aquatic marine science-y base under at the ocean floor. And then the fiery level, I'm still working on this one, where it's like, I want it to be a volcano, but half one thing, half another. I was thinking it'd be like half, on one half it's all fire and the other half it's all ice, but I would like to have both be fire themed if I can, both for story and for being able to have both sides have a fire level, essentially. So I was thinking potentially like one side it's like a factory built into a mountain, and this factory is all like nuclear waste stuff, potentially, and then the other half's just a standard volcano or something else to not be so plain with it. Maybe that one's still a work in progress. I just know it's like the fire level essentially, and it's mountainy. Yeah, and then World 8, the last one. This one makes less sense without like the story, but it's essentially like the last level where like reality is very much like collapsing. Like these tears are like everywhere. A lot of this like darkness stuff everywhere. And it's gonna be like a giant like spooky mansion-esque thing made out of pure this darkness stuff. That's doing all the tearing stuff. So that's that. But potential. So then both halves are kind of maybe not the same, but I have to figure that out. But essentially, I thought like spooky mansion where a lot of the color palette is like greens and purples. I thought could be interesting. So that's that. So yeah, that's the plan. But again, a long time between design and execution. Simply put. Yeah. So my next immediate objective and I should say that from what I just said, I have a lot more in depth of story, gameplay ideas, like how the levels go between each other. I want a hub world, and I have that very planned out in that game design document that I had written, and more in my head that's yet to be written down. But I got plans for an abstract adventure. Well, actually, that's even another thing, is that the name of the game might be changing. I've been calling it an abstract adventure, but the name doesn't make as much sense anymore, as I was rambling about before, so I might be changing the name to Tears in Duality. Possibly. or not, I don't know, we'll see. Or maybe a whole different name, but that's another contender on the table for names. I just like an abstract adventure acronyms to AAA, so I can call it my AAA game, which I think is funny, but that doesn't have as much merit beyond that joke. Other than, well, the whole abstract thing is like, oh, the people are shaped people, so something with that. But yeah, anyway. but Terrors in Duality I also like, because like Terrors in Duality, but you're going back and forth between two worlds. Eh. The only thing I don't like about it is how tears and terrors are spelled the same. So without me saying it verbally, when it's written down, you don't know which one it is. Is it tears in duality? What does that even mean? No, it's tears. That's a problem with the English language, not me. Anyways, but yeah, so that's that. Yeah. Anyway, that's just one of the games I'm working on, I should mention. Or things I've started but haven't finished, which there have been many. I got other games too. Yeah, like Cyberspace, a game I'm still working on. Actually, funny enough, that was a game where I thought of a good gameplay concept, started to do it, and thought of a cool story to go with it, and then decided I didn't like the gameplay. So now I'm stuck with this story for a game. And I'm like, I really want to be able to do this, but the gameplay, I'm not happy with it. So I'm like, how can I? Usually, it's best to like, do gameplay first, story second. But I'm like, how can I like tweak this gameplay idea so it's cool? Like, so it's good, so it is kind of gameplay first, but still use this story. But the story is like vague enough where there's a lot of different gameplay types or whatever that could fit it. So yeah. What happened with the beans? That is yet another thing. That I only started this year because it was a school project. Sort of. I went above and beyond. All that AI pathfinding stuff I did not need to do that at all. The project was make a game where you play tag with a computer player. However you do that, up to you. So it could, what probably would have been the good thing to do is not have jumping and then have like use Unity's nav mesh system to have AI. I call it an AI. It's not actually like a learning thing. It's just a AI in the sense that you use AI when you're referring to video game bots. Not, or NPCs or whatever. But yeah, that also they're not beans anymore. To other people, we were calling them beans because they looked like Among Us characters, but that was a temporary thing because I used capsules with little like rectangles in front. But yeah, now they actually have people models. They grew up, lol. Yeah, they got people. They are people now, and I have where do I have the renders of them? As I don't want to pull up their Blender things right now. But no, I got Agent Ivan and Rotten Reginald. Those are my two models that I've made so far. They're somewhere. I'm not entirely happy with them. Like, their clothes are too similar, and I don't like that. I'm terrible at designing clothes in Blender, apparently. Not apparently, that is just a fact. I remember them. Fair enough, yeah. What other people don't know what I'm talking about. So let me find all that real quick. Un momento. It's somewhere here and here. Ultimate tag. Also, the name of this kept changing. Ultra tag, extreme tag, ultimate tag, whatever. I'm just looking for the sprites of them. Character icons. There we go. That's Rotten Reginald's. Un momento, por favor. Yeah, no. This one's my favorite of the two. Also, this screenshot specifically I like. He doesn't like the background is purposely not there because I put a background in game. Yeah. So there was that, and then I got Agent Ivan. I don't have his PNG, but bam. He ignored that this was temporary. I forgot to give him like a facial expression, and then it came time to do this. I'm like, oh, oops. Oh well. So yeah, that's more temporary, but that's Agent Ivan. Yeah, that's that. And then I also have temp icon, the best one, obviously. But yeah, these are used for the mini-map, by the way. These images are used for the mini-map, where like in the bottom right corner shows you where you are on the map. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, but I guess I could load up the Blender models now that I actually know where they are. They are under models, characters, Agent Ivan. Bam. Said bam too early. Blah. To blah. Kablamo. Blah. Shazam. Zaw. Kablooey. Any day now. Bam. I wasn't expecting this to take this long. Okay, execution. So, bam, Agent Ivan. Woo. Bang, bam, bong. Yeesh. So, I don't like his clothes. I was going to originally give him a suit, struggled to make a suit, and then went with this as like a temporary thing. Might still revisit giving him a suit. And then Rotten Reginald. Bwam. But basically, he's supposed to be some kind of secret agent guy. The main, like, the story has come up with that game had to do with, like, you being secret agent guy trying to stop all these, like, stereotypical villains. This is Rotten Reginald. I struggled to give him hair and a hat, so he's bald. Yeah. So this is it. This is him. If you notice, he has the exact same shirt as the other guy because I struggled to make them look different. Still trying to get better at that kind of stuff. Try to give him different proportions and all that. They also have the exact same shoes because I didn't make new shoes. I was kind of in a hurry when I was making these guys. I just wanted people in general, but yeah. So this is them. Yeah, it's cool and all of that. Yeah, so I might continue with this stuff at some point. Make these guys actually look better. I have an isolated thing that I want to do in Unity at some point just for the sake of doing it. I want to figure out how to do not in Blender, not animated in Blender, but animated in Unity or combination. But basically in Unity, have one character model, two character model, have them interact somehow through like an animated, like a cutscene kind of a way. But figure out how to do that on the Unity side. In the Blender side, just have both of them in the same scene. You can animate them to interact with each other, and that's like easy to like gauge that. But when it's like two separate Blender models that you got to get to interact with Unity, like inside of Unity, I want to figure out how to do that kind of thing. And I feel like, well, it's probably complicated, but it's something I want to figure out in sort of isolation because it's something I might be applying later on to certain projects. Actually, to this project specifically. For the actual process of tagging someone, because this was for a tag thing. So when you tag someone, I want like a mini cutscene of you. When I say tag, you're not actually just going like poke. The stories, you're trying to actually steal something from them. So it's like a reverse hot potato situation. So it's an animation of you like ripping it out of their hands, maybe pushing them away, and then you run away. Or maybe you tackle them to the ground, or you punch them in the face. Something like that. But yeah, that's two character things interacting. Figuring that out. So that's something on the go for at some point. Yeah, so that's other project I've been working on. I also started to work on an anti-gravity thing. Potentially be like a little anti-gravity platformer, just experimenting. That was going to be a really small thing, not really a proper game thing. It was just kind of experimenting with the concept, see if it went anywhere. Who knows, maybe I'll apply it to this. Yeah. I do think, I could potentially, actually, I could do some anti-gravity stuff with this. Actually, it'd be kind of cool to have, like, at one point you have, like, one side is gravity down, other side is gravity up. So as you switch, you're, like, flipping. That's an idea. That's cool. I don't know what level that would be best for. I don't have a space level. I mean, I could, but I'd rather not change my already established plan. I'd have a space level incorporated into what I have now, somehow. Like, the volcano thing. I imagine, like, volcano could be, like, evil scientist's base. And somehow in that... Like that, or the lab level, or any of the sci-fi things could have anti-grav. Oh, you know what I could also do? The level in the skies, the like airship fleet. If just the plane you're on flips upside down, that's kind of like walking up walls. I could play around with that perhaps. So there's ideas coming up with off the top of my head. I was gonna say one more thing and I forgot what it was. Regarding said ideas. Mechanics of walking up walls. Oh yeah, there's gonna be swimming in this game as well. I didn't mention that. I had coding for swimming back when the game was in 2D form. I don't even know if I still have it. But yeah, I wanted to have swimming, and not swimming like no air gauge. Like it's gonna be like you're underwater. You have infinite being underwater. But swimming like being a no gravity, you can move in any direction kind of thing. That kind of swimming. But like in a 2D, 2.5D kind of thing. So you just kind of like move. You can move in any direction. You press space and you like boost in a direction. Oh, Coo 5 Coo 5 Coo 5 Coo 5 Coo 5 Coo 5. Hello. That's probably not how your name's to be pronounced, but thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate all of you that are still here. I'm surprised that the 12 viewers have maintained. I'm trying to be entertaining. It's like, oh, I have higher viewership than the normal hi Q5. So I'm trying to like, I don't know, show things I've been working on and why you should check out my streams where I work on such things. Hopefully. And also just rambling for the sake of rambling. Yeah. What was I just saying? Yeah, so swimming. Swimming in any direction. So up, down, left, right, all around. Press space, then you like boost in the direction that you're going. That was a thing. Actually, the code still exists from when the game was in 2D. Haha, this channel's all about it. Yeah, I got bajillion unfinished projects that I hope to start one day. A lot of projects that I have just conceptually in my head that I haven't even started, but I will one day. You have no idea. I have so many ideas for game stuff. But there is a huge difference between what I can think of and what I can actually make. So there is that. But hopefully I'm getting better at this whole thing. I have an idea. Lol. Do you now? Yeah, no, but yeah. But then the other thing is also I have all these ideas. I figure out the order that I'm working on things. Because I have many things I've started and haven't finished. So I'm still figuring that out. Figuring out... yeah, what exactly I'm doing, in what order. Ideally, going from, like, thing I think I'll finish the fastest, like, go up from there. But, yeah, I'll figuring that out. I think, I don't know. I don't know necessarily what exactly, I kind of want to get, like, an abstract adventure back into a playable state. Maybe that's what I work on in the... Yeah, maybe that's what my immediate next thing. Get this game back in a playable state where I have these three, aspects of the game that I've showed off, like how it looked when it was 2D with the art, how it looked when it was 3D but it had better art, and then right now with these tears. Get it back where I'm sort of combined all three, so it's in a stable state with everything in it. But then I might move on to a different thing temporarily, which sounds counterproductive, but I have another smaller thing I might work on first. The tag game that I was talking about, I might work on that. I don't know. You don't know. I'd have to think about it more. Maybe not. I don't know what my plans are, but I will be figuring them out and working on stuff over the Christmas break, hopefully, where I have time. Funny enough, I actually might not have that much free time to do programming over the Christmas break because visiting family and all that stuff, but where I'll find time, I will find time. I won't be streaming, unfortunately, because I'm not going to be, like... in this location, and like again, Christmas and stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. I will be streaming all day tomorrow, so there's that. I mean, it's like 5 a.m. So tomorrow might not be as much time as I think, but we'll see. In fact, on that note, I probably should be ending off the stream soon. But yeah, well, thanks for dropping by, people. Thanks, Odette Nerd, for the raid. Yeah, people that are here, hopefully you find my ramblings of my future game projects entertaining. I do have a Discord, so if you're interested to see more updates from me, I'm just gonna do this, blam, and actually if you type Discord, bam, does this work? It does. Haha, good old Nightbot. I have my own bot in my Discord server that I was doing programming stuff with. Might add some more features of that at some point, but yeah. Don't have time for that right now. I have so many things on my plate. I need to, like, do things more efficiently. Or, stop adding unnecessary things to that thing. Well, actually, one thing I might actually do, on that note of improving quality of my streams, is adding background music of some kind that there currently isn't. I have to figure out best way of going about that, though. Don't want to get into trouble with not, like, royalty-free music, copyright ID stuff. Especially when I don't have my headphones on and I'm not listening to said music. Also a good place to get music, like, I don't know, Spotify or just straight from YouTube. I don't know. That's stuff I've been debating. But then even if I do that, I have no idea what kind of music would be suitable for my streams. No, obviously the solution is to make all my own music, make it all from scratch, and then play that on loop on a playlist. Best idea. No. Whatever. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point, so I might wrap things up. But yeah, those are projects I've been working on and will be continuing to work on over the next long while I'm still in school. So unfortunately, while I'm in school, I'm still gonna be super busy. I mean, even when I'm out of school, if I'm working, then I'll also be busy. But right now, I am in university, so I don't have a lot of free time when I'm actually in school. But I find time when I can, because cool stuff that I'm making. And even there's been some times where I've been able to stream working on programming projects for school, including some game stuff. That's how the tag thing happened. So that might continue as well. So yeah, I have some non-copyright playlist in my Spotify. Cool. Oh yeah, Jocelyn, you also stream, right? Yeah, but I don't know if you like that kind of music. I don't know what kind of music I like. I can't define it by a genre. I genuinely have tried to like figure out like, okay, this is what this kind of like music in this genre sounds like. This is what this kind of music in this genre sounds like. But I can't narrow down my music choices to a particular genre. It basically, in any genre, there could be music from that genre that I like and music that I don't. Although I'd say a lot of music that I like comes from like video game music. But yeah, I could not tell you the name of a band that I like or anything like that. It's very like haha, that's true, ha. I mean, actually, there's an idea of just getting like playlist of like video game music of some kind, like Nintendo music or something. Could be an idea. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Yeah, but anyways, that's for me to figure out, I guess, whenever I find time to even go about doing that. As I said, first thing tomorrow is doing this raccoon thing. That's for a different project, because that's actually for a school thing that's going to be due in April. So that is actually a higher priority. So I'll be working on that. But yeah, that's making a raccoon in Blender that I will be voice acting for an educational VR game about sorting garbage, where we're trying to arcadeify it as much as we possibly can. But it's still like a school thing, so there are limits. But I think it'll still be cool, because it's still gonna be, we're making a VR game that I'll be testing on this Oculus Rift. Wow. Also, actually, if I have more free time, I might also be doing some like Let's Plays of games here and there, so look forward to that as well. Last game I played was Dark. Still don't know how it's pronounced. Dark with a Q, whatever. So Let's Plays here and there, I imagine. Kind of just like taking a break from streaming. Also something I enjoy doing, and it's more fun with just stream. Bleh, I can speak English. But yeah, then yeah, who knows what other plans I'll be doing. Programming, Blender modeling, and yeah, all the like. Anyways, I've been rambling enough. Just doing all this self-promotion. I'm just saying the things I'm up to. Yeah. Anyway, but I've said this a bajillion times. I should probably end things off because it is 5 a.m. But yeah, thank you all for dropping by. And hopefully I'll see you around with one of the bajillion things that I'll be working on. So I think it's about time we wrap it up. So that'll do it for this live stream. If you liked it, look forward to more. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you around. Gotta press the button. Okay. Bye. Bye.